The next program I want to speak about is the electronics engineering program. It's a bachelor's program. Most technical schools tend to have this more so than community and state colleges because it's a fixed focus program. A degree in this program, you tend to have various markets. I don't know if you guys know about um, the components inside the iPhone are from several different companies, and several different types of engineers worked on this product. It wasn't just Apple itself. What happens here is there's a company called Analog Devices that does the audio for it. There's another company called VS Semiconductor. So a lot of semiconductor companies tend to pick up a lot of electronic engineer graduates because you they need these type of guys to come up with different type of logics in terms of chips, CPUs, and um, uh, uh, few other memory types and things like that, and also schemes too, and from breadboard to multi-layer circuit boards, PLCs, um, uh, thin film transistor technology, multi-transistor technology. I can run down the line, but the idea here is that um, this is a market that has some black men in it. There's a lot of famous black men involved. I don't have the names off the top of my head right now. I'll probably put up the links if I can find them. Um, Most of them work for IBM. Some of them have their own semiconductor companies now, and it's definitely a rewarding market. It'll never die as long as we have devices, technology involved. You'll never have a shortage of electronics engineers. But there is a shortage of is analog engineers. A lot of people move to digital. A lot of companies move to digital technology, and they're lacking. The market is lacking analog engineers. So, an analog engineer right now, I can off the top of my head, I would probably say about them. They're looking to make 90K if you're good enough. If you're seasoned, things take time, so you have to have some patience. So it's definitely a market that I think black men should be looking at in terms of careers and academics as well. The next program I want to speak about is the air traffic controller specialist. It's a bachelor's degree program. I had no idea that this program even existed until I met somebody on YouTube, I believe, um, and I believe it was on the forum as well. And he spoke about how he majored in this, and I had again I had never heard of it until he mentioned it. You do need a degree to work in to work as an air traffic control specialist. Most airports are hiring um, for this position. It involves guiding the airplanes and or managing airports mostly. How airplanes land, how airplanes take off. You're basically the go-to person in terms of air traffic control. You're responsible for a lot. I mean, cargo planes, passenger planes, ground crews and things like that. Whether or not they should be on the runway and things like that. So it takes a lot of it takes a lot of compassion and dedication. You should be looking at this as a black male. The guy who put me onto it was a black male himself. So if he's majoring, I know that it has to be a rewarding market. I don't know the salaries off the top of my head, but it's a niche factor market, and I think that black men who have a hard time getting into other markets should definitely look at this. Again, equal opportunity employers are always looking to bring in young black men or minorities at that. Just so many airports in around the country, it's phenomenal. You should never have to be out of work. So if you haven't found another career out of the ones I listed, this is one you should probably look at if you can find a college that focuses on this program. The next program is information security. Information systems, information security, a bachelor's degree. I majored in this myself. It involves a lot of cybersecurity, business continuity in most corporations, network management, disaster recovery, a lot of application data security. A good example of this would be the prevention uh, of government networks and things like that. I don't know if you guys know, but U.S. government has been hacked several times in the past. And you know, they what they used to do was they used to hire the hackers as the new cybersecurity, and take these guys underground and have them work for them. But that's not the case anymore, because they have the IS degree program, information security, and there's enough people out there. There's enough people out there that can go to school to learn about this to protect networks and databases and things like that. And as far as business continuity goes, so if you were a hacker and you thought you were gonna get over now, no, those days are over. IS professionals are out there now, and the biggest employer of this is ironically is the government. If you go to usajobs.gov, you'll definitely see IS specialists and IS technicians and IS security engineers. It's a growing market. A lot of credit card companies are looking for IS people as well, information security people as well. Just about all companies are, if they're Fortune 500 and up or below, they're definitely looking. So it's a market that probably won't die for the next maybe 100 years or so. Um, I majored in it, and I work for Hewlett Packard, just for reference. And I don't work directly in security, but I do work with a security group as well. So it's definitely something that a lot of black men should be looking at, in terms of certifications. The three certifications that are available are Security Plus from CompTIA, um, CISSP, and CISA. Um, Certification, Information Systems Security Professional, which is CISSP, and CISA stands for Certified Information Systems Auditor. So you definitely have auditors now that go around different businesses, different corporations, grading the loopholes or the vulnerabilities within the company's network and business as well. So as businesses grow, the market grows for the IS